Good evening, everybody. How is everybody doing this evening? I'm just going to play about with the settings, make sure that I'm up and running. Good evening, everybody. I can see people are starting to come in, so I'll give it a few minutes before I delve in tonight's live. Good evening, Jill. How are we, sweetheart? I hope you're doing well. I've got a surprise. I want to show you some things I've been buying. I have been buying things, PDFs mainly, this week. Good evening, Miss Jan. How are we, ladies? Are you okay? Are you doing well? Have you been busy crafting away? Good evening, Miss Lorna. How are we this evening? Hello, everyone. I hope everybody's doing well. I thought tonight, good evening, Miss Glenda. I thought tonight I would show you some things that I've been buying, as you all loved that last week. Good evening, Shirley. And I'm going to also do a page. I'm also going to do a page in my journal. I sort of got an idea that I've been playing about with in my mind, but this isn't originally my idea. It's all over Pinterest. I've also seen people use it on YouTube, so it isn't my idea. I hope the picture's okay, and everything's okay tonight. How is everyone? I hope everybody's doing well. So the first thing I'm going to share with you are these papers. Now I've left the link in the description for you to go on over and shop if you wish to. These are on sale. They are 75% off. And they are beautiful. Now this is only, I would like to say, half of what I purchased. Good evening, Sharon. How are we this evening? Picture's really clear. Fab. So these are from Christine Art Digital Collage Sheets. I think she's called Christine Art something on Etsy. I can't quite remember what, but I left the link in the description for you ladies to go over and if you wanted to go over and nosy posy on her shop. Good evening, Miss Rianne. How are we this evening? Right. So I'm going to go through now. Like I say, this is only half of the collection. Only half. So let me show you some things. So these are, I think you get, it was 3 downloads in one file. I haven't actually opened the other 2 downloads as of yet, but since my vintage book, antique book is going sort of that way, I love the blue writing on the pink roses, and I love these, and I thought they would look real soft. Some of them are real soft tone pastel colors, and they would fit perfect like on a little tab on the end of a page. So I got them, and these, all her papers, I've just looked, I've got 75% off. So there's loads and loads and loads of bits and pieces that you can purchase. So I've got these now. It's one sheet, but I printed 2 just to make, I wanted them a little bit smaller. So you get 1, and like I said, I printed 2, but I love the blues in it. I really love the blues. Now these, I'm sort of getting ahead. These are Christmas ones, and I think, yeah, they're the same. So that's what my original size was when I printed them out, and then I did them again a bit bigger, and they remind me very much of like vintage Christmas tones, if that's any sort of, if I'm going that direction. I loved Santa in this, Santa Claus. And then on the bottom there's no picture, but you can sort of make these into like little cards, and you've sort of got the insert for the card already, and it just says Merry Christmas to you. So I'm sort of getting ahead of myself for Christmas. So I've got them ones. These ones are come in different colours. Yeah, they come in different colours. I only printed 1 out. You get 1 download, and I, like I say, I wanted to make most of it. So what I did is I printed 4 out on 1 sheet, because I wanted to make it a little bit most of it. So I love the blue and the greens in this one, and the purple tones in this. It's kind of really nice and soft, and yeah, I really like the colours. So you get full downloads, digital downloads in from this one copy. I haven't quite downloaded the other two. These ones I really loved. Now, some of them are quite bright, but I was thinking they would look perfect if, again, for little tabs or like on the backs of envelopes if you wanted to use them for that. I love them. I love the fact that you've got lemons hanging on the last one, and the books are beautiful images. So like I say, everything in her shop is 75%, so some of the things, I would say that. And then these ones, again, one digital download, but I made most of the two, and I think there's more copies as well from this one file. I think there's another two or one, I can't remember, but I haven't printed them all out because I want to buy myself a folder. And my idea is, because I keep forgetting what I've bought off of Etsy PDF wise, is I'm going to put some Polly Pockets in there, and I'll be putting one of each, and then when I want something I can sort of go through the folder and see what's there. So I wanted to share them with you, and like I said, I've left the link in the description. I am going to use some of the images internet line. That's my plan anyway. So those are my papers. What paper do you use for your printing? I did a bit of both really, Shirley. This is card. This is I want to say 210, but I might be wrong. So that's card, and then this is paper, normal printing paper. But I have got a little, what would you call it? Little thing to make sure that the colour doesn't fade from the pictures. Yeah, I've got this. I'll show you what I've got. This Distress Glaze, micro glaze. So I printed it on normal paper, and you basically just rub some of it over the top, and it protects the picture. And you can use for printing purposes or personal photographs. But I tend to play about with when I'm printing stuff. I tend to play about with what types of papers I want. So it just depends on what I can grab at the time. I used to keep card by the side of me, but then I figured that it was a little bit too expensive, especially because I like to rip things up. And it was a little bit too expensive to use as card. So if I'm using card now, it's because I'm going to be making, where's the card? It's because I'm going to be making actual pages out of them. And that's why I tend to use card. If it's because I just want to rip something up, I use normal printing paper. But yeah, any sort of paper. So that's my my little purchase of the week. I have got something else to show you, but I can't do it on a live because it's going to be a bit awkward. So I will do it on a video this week, I promise. Been lucky with my videos again. Right, I want to do a page on this. Now, I've pulled apart. Last week I showed you my pens. So I've got my watercolor calligraphy pens, and I've got my gel pens and my Faber-Castell white pen. So what I've done is I flicked, yes, in the middle of the page, and this was actually sewn down as a pocket. I think I've got one. Yeah, see, I sewed it down a bit like this, except it's smaller. So I undid the stitches here and here to make a little, this can act as a little flap now. And then I'm just going to work on these two pages. So what I saw on Pinterest are these, they are bullets. They're trending on Pinterest everywhere, but they are bullet pages, but it's the way it's made, it sort of grabbed my attention. So that's what I'm going to be doing tonight. So my first thing is I want to tear off this card. So I've got half of this page and then like the whole of this page. Now what I did do prior to coming live, I took a washi tape and then I did 2 circles, and what that will in turn do, I'll zoom you down a little bit now. You have to let me know if the picture's not clear because I've forgotten to switch my settings. 2 circles, one underneath each other. Now you might not be able to see them. I'm hoping that you might be able to see them if I zoom up a little bit. So there's one here, and then I went and then I moved it down, and then I sort of did another one just underneath. They'll probably pick up a little bit better when I go over it with my pens. Just about to see it. Right, anyways, so I've got some stamps next to me. My idea is I want to do sort of like a wreath, of flowers. So I'm gonna take these. I haven't used these, so I thought what's the perfect time to use them. And I'm gonna take this stamp. I don't want anything big. And I might take these ones as well. These look quite nice. I was gonna draw it, but then I thought, I know some of you struggle with drawing, and sometimes it's easier for me if I'm doing something anyway. So I'm going to start with this one. Now this one has just got leaves on. I have got, now maybe you can help me. I bought Archiville ink. It's a waterproof pigment. So when I'm using my brush pens, it's not going to smudge, hopefully. But then I also bought a box of craft stuff, which I am yet to share with you all. But inside that was Versamark. It was a watermark stamp pad. Now I want to know which one is better to use, because I've only used this a couple of times. I've never used Versamark, and I only went to that about a month ago. So if you've got either or, let me know which is your preferred one. I'm going to test both of them out and see which one is sitting with me. So I'm hoping I'm going to do this one. They're both watermark stamp pads, which means they're not going to affect the water. But you have to let me know which one you prefer. So I'm going to stamp this up. As you can see, right, and I always like to take a little piece of kitchen roll just to test if it's working. Here it is. Okay. So I'm going to go on my circle. I've got that so far. I hope you guys can see. Versamark leaves a clear image. Oh, does it? I am going to do both of them. I want to test which one's better, because I've only used this a few times. I can't say I've used it a lot. So I'm going to do that there. I've got that and that. I'm going to move this one to one side a minute. And then I'm going to open this Versamark pad out. I've never used this before, and I didn't even realise when I bought the craft box, it came with it. I didn't even realise. Is it? Oh, So you use it, works better on dark card. So it sort of, now I've opened it, I sort of know what it's for. So does that mean you would use this then for embossing powders? I'm wondering if you use this Versamark scope for embossing powder. Yeah. I wonder whether it was you. Hello, Miss Paisley. How are we this evening? Create translucent pages, excellent for background designs. Stamp image on the paper. I will come back to that because I definitely want to see what it's like. But I'm going to stick to this at the minute. But I am going to use that tonight. Right, my next piece of flower I want to do is this one. And again, I'm going to make sure that it works. I'm going to move this out of the way. If you notice, I've only done half of the image. There's a reason for that. So and I'm going to go I know you guys can't see the what am I trying to say? You can't see oh no. You can't see the circle that I'm making. I have got finger marks. I'm just gonna go with it. Just gonna go with it. I have got finger marks on my paper, which I was trying to prevent, but never mind. I'm gonna just go. I've done that so far. See how I got finger marks? Oh, it's coming out with the rubber. I thought, oh, let me do the rubber. Got a lot of finger marks. Well, I didn't expect that to come out, and it did. Have I been good? I have been on holidays. Have you, Miss Paisley? Where did you go? Did you go abroad or did you stay in the UK? I bet it was nice to get away. I'm going to move that out of my way. And you can see that's what I've got so far. And I'm going to switch that, and I've got this little one. I don't know where that is. It will come out. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Right, and I'm going to go trying to work out where I want this rose to sit. There you go. And then I'm going to do another one down here. I don't know whether I've got ink on my hands. I don't know. It seems to be coming out with the rubber. So that's a good thing. Right, let me just quickly show you what I've got so far. So I want to take the little one. And just want to draw. Should have done this right at the beginning, but I didn't realise that I was gonna how nice it's gonna come out. So I'm just gonna loop. I'm going to leave the half circle there. So all I've done is I've joined up my circle with sand. Like I say, I wish I could say this is my idea, but it is not. This is something I've been wanting to do, but I haven't just. I don't know. I don't know whether I've been too frightened to do it in case it didn't work out. I keep putting my finger in the ink. Right, and then I'm going to turn it that way, and I'm going to go. There. So I've got that. So what I do want to do, I am going to join there's a leaf here. I will join that up when it comes to me using my pens. Good evening, Miss Debbie. How are we this evening? So, Miss Paisley, have you been in the UK? Did you enjoy your holiday? Or did I miss the comment? Ah, UK. I've been in UK. My holiday abroad was cancelled, but we had a lovely weather this week. Oh, I'm so pleased you had a lovely time. It must have been really nice to get away. Yeah, it must have been really, really nice just to get away. Does that make sense? I hope I'm making sense. Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed. I am going to. Now, this actually comes under bulletin pages because of the way it's done. Like you say, I think, and you could do this throughout your journal. Can you imagine? It would only take 2 pages like I've done now. But you could, well, you could do this throughout your pages, and what I've seen is people have done it for different months, so that they've done it for like January, February, March. I do want to do a freehand one where I'm drawing it, and I will do that one. When I do it, I will show you it. But I thought this would be really interesting to do even with stamps. I'm just going to pop this one. There. And I'm just going to pop another one. I want to pop another one. Oh, there. I know what I want to pop it. I want to pop it there. So I've got that on that page and that on that page. So before I go any further, I'm going to put the lid on that. I'm going to just dry this off because I want to go over it with my pens. So I apologise in advance for the That might be really, really pretty. Now I have, I'm going to just fill in my little gaps where the stamps haven't quite caught. I'm just going to do another one. Yeah, and then I'm going to make this up with leaves. And then on this side, I got there you go. And then do leaf there and there. I haven't really filled in that much. You wouldn't have seen, probably wouldn't have noticed it. Right. Now I've got done all my lines in. I'll probably go back over this with ink, I expect. I want to test these out. We did a run through last week, didn't we? But I didn't actually test them out. So I think I'm going to go peach. Now I've got some real thin brushes. If I want to add any ink. So this is like a peach kind of color. I'm just going to put a little bit on the ends. And you just fill in. Fill in the colour it in. Now I haven't quite finished, obviously, with this. And I'm going to keep it in tone with the colours I've already got in this little book of mine. And move that around. I got that one. And that one. Now you could, just a thought, but how pretty would this look if you did this like for Valentine's Day or did it for Christmas and you used a Christmas stamp? I'm just going to go around. Now I will go over it with a rubber afterwards because I have got like a faded, I don't know if the camera's picking it up. Okay, I've got a faded sort of line where I drew my circle. Now my green, I'm just going to go a little bit on the green. I'll lift it up in a second to show you what it looks like. these pens are really nice to use. They're quite soft and they are a bit like the water brushes I showed you last week. You know, the pens, the water pens. Right. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to fill in that little rose because, like I say, I want to keep it in time with the colours I've already got. I'm just going to wet it so I can smudge it a bit. There you go. There's that one. Right, now this rose, I don't want it to be bold because that's not the colours I've used. Good evening, Miss Janet. How are we this evening? So I want to see if it would, I really want to use blue, but I don't want to overdo it. And I'm wondering if I've got yellow going through the book. I have actually. I have. I'll use yellow. I'm just going to go over these. And I'm not colouring in all of the leaf. I'm literally just doing some. There's one more here. Okay. This well here. There you go. Right. Wait a minute. My pen's just from the floor. I got it. The lid of my pen, should I say. Right. Now I have got, like I say, you could use different months, different words, whatever you wanted to do. Hi, sweetheart. It would be pretty if you had a dream catcher stamp or a Christmas wreath stamp too. Wouldn't it look really pretty? Like I said, this isn't my idea. I'm not taking credit for anything. This is just something I've seen on Pinterest, and what I can see of it, everybody's doing it, but most people are doing it for bulletin journals, and it would look really pretty. As you say, it would just look pretty in any journal. You could open a journal with this and have this on your front cover if you wanted to. I just loved the way that it went around. Now I'm just darkening these leaves, the big ones up. Right, at the top, here we go. At the top, I have Jan on this side and I have goats. Now you're not going to see it because it's probably it won't come up. I am going to try and tilt it for you to see it the way I've done it. Oh, come on, YouTube, catch up with me. Don't catch up. I don't know whether. Why am I so far behind? No, perhaps it's just me. No. Right, let me show you what I've done. I don't think it's coming up. So, what I've done is, I'm going to show you in a deep pen. Actually, this would be perfect. Right. So I've taken a ruler and I've drawn two lines. I've done one on the top and one at the bottom. Now bear in mind this is in pencil, not pen, because you're going to rub the lines out in a second. And then all I've done at the top is wrote a word. So for the top one, I wrote I'll show you my white pouch. Probably done that backwards, I expect. Now that is in pencil on my page. I wrote Jan on one page, and then I've done the exact same on the other, and I wrote a different word on the other. But this, why I'm showing you is because if you've got the two lines, especially if you're doing different color, if you're doing a different style font, it always helps when you're doing your lettering, because you can start from any point in the middle of these two lines, and then you know where you've got to reach to the top and you've got to reach at the bottom. So it always helps to have those two lines. So that's what I've done on both pages. Now, what I am gonna do is I was gonna use these, but I want to give my gel pens a little bit of limelight. So I'm gonna delve in now, and I'm gonna dig some pens out. Now I want something that's gonna really be quite soft. I think I'll go with blue, and because it's on my mind to do it. And I think I'll do yellow. I don't know how yellow will turn out. I'm just going to bring out a few colours. I'm trying to decide what colours to go with. I think blue, that blue definitely. I'll do, and then I think I'm going to try these. So I've got like a light blue, a dark blue, and like a dark green. So I want to test them out to see if they will go. See if they will go with my words. So I'm just going to go over one letter with each pen. And then you guys can tell me which one you would prefer me to do. So that's the light blue. This is the dark green. It's going to have other colours on there, but I do want to put a gel pen on here. That's a nice colour. And I think I just thought of something. I think I could do, if it's dark green, I could do some leaves. And then this is like the dark blue one. I think things off this one. I'm going to go this way. So I've got light blue. It's got to interact with the colours going on this as well. I've got dark green, and then I've got a dark blue. Now I think, I'm not sure. What one would you pick? Bearing in mind, if I show you the front of the book again, what one would you pick? I don't know whether the camera is clear tonight. I've forgotten to play about with the settings, so I apologise if it's not clear. Now bearing in mind, I've got like soft colours, because this is, I'm going for like an antique vintage look. So I've got light blue, dark green, and then a dark blue. That's the dark blue. Now they're all beautiful to write with, but I do want to use a particular pen. I'll leave you decide what to use. I'm gonna refresh my page. What one would you use? What one would you use? Anybody, what one would you use? I'd use a pink. Would you use a pink? Let me see if a pink would work. That's like a wrong colour. That's a thought, Miss Janet. Then I've got, this is like a dark purpley pink. I'm going to use those soft, colours I've used for the lettering. And this is the light pink. Okay. Oh no, I think that's too light. That one would work. Yeah, big fan. Green. I think the green, yeah. I think the green. Right, I'm going to fill it in and then perhaps you ladies can have a think. I think green to done. Yeah, I think the dark green would work really well, especially because I've got green going on here and it's working with the colours that are going on in the wreath as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to colour those letters in. And I want my first letter to be quite bold, as they say. So I'm going to take a pencil. I'm just going and take another line so I can make my first letter quite big. There you go. There we go. Right. Ooh, scared. Right, I'm gonna go rub it out a little bit so I just got the line of it. Right. And then I'm gonna go this color. Oh, I'll tell you what I am doing. I'm going over pencil. I left the fade. I've left the line quite faded. Green. Try to look added. See if it comes. So I'm just gonna go a little bit with this green. I love working with these pens. I'm already loving with them. I haven't really, since showing you last week, I haven't really done much. Played about with them because I just thought it would be perfect to play about with. Right, I'm going to do the green, but I'm not going to do it. I'm only going to go in places, I think. So I want. Oh, the tension. Top there. Oh, I like that. There you go. So I've got one word there, and I'm going to leave that dry before I go back and move it out. Now I've got my little Faber-Castell pen here, so what I do want to do is give my little leaves a bit of highlights, and I don't know whether the camera would pick it up. So I'm just dyeing the colour down a little bit basically. Right, and then on this page I've got the word goals. So I think with this one I'm going to do the same. There, and go. I'm sorry I'm quiet, I'm concentrating. Okay, and then I'm going to take this one, which is the peach kind of colour. And as you can see, it's already starting to stand out a little bit. Now, exactly what I've done with this one, I'm going to do it a little bit on this one because I don't want, I'm hoping if I do it quite light, what it doesn't like is this, how light I'm actually going with a pen. As you can see, it's really, I hope you can see anyway, it's really coming out. I've got goals there, and so it would be January goals there. So I'm nearly finished. I just want to add a few things. My first thing I want to add, now that's sort of drying, mid drying, is I'm going to add a little bit of ink just around the edges. But as I say, it would look absolutely stunning if you did it as like a bit of a wreath, a Christmas wreath. That's not. I don't want too much, and I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna go crazy on the. Here you go. This is the center of the book. I need a new sticky, really. So I have got both new pads. And then on this page, I'm just going to do this slightly because I don't want it to, right, that one's doing it, head in. There you go. And then, you know those stickers I bought last week? I showed you guys last week. I thought it would be really pretty if I used some of them. So I'm thinking of using some of these clear ones, if they're small enough. And then I'll go wondering if this is clear. I'm going to cut this in half, I think. Fold back the sticky. Should be there somewhere. Come on. So what have you all been crafting then this week? Anything in particular? As I say, I haven't really been doing much crafting. Okay, that's not straight, but there we go. And I want to add some washi tape. Now, I don't want to overcast. Can I stick it? Yeah, that's better. I don't want to overcast what I've done, so I think I'm going to go with a soft one, something like, oh, I know, something like this camera one, because I think this would fit perfectly with what I'm trying to do. Now, you know those pictures I showed you earlier? So I am just going I'll take 3. Yeah. I'm going to make this into a V, so it's making it into a banner. On the other side. And then maybe just going to stick it on the end. Oh, I know what would be really pretty if I overdid it over the page. Like so. Right, you know these that I showed you earlier? I think they would look, one of them especially, would look really pretty, especially on you. So I'm just going to tear got them too. I want something that's going to keep with the style of the book. I kind of like the blue. Right. So I'm just going to nearly finish because I just want to add some of these images. Just want to add some sort of over the side. That looks quite pretty. And then I have got my paper pack. I haven't forgotten about it. That I've kept by the side of me. Yeah, that looks pretty. Right, I've got some. Oh, working on your journal, binding some happy meal, and generally making some more journals and lots of journaling. Oh, I've started on a lace book for my granddaughter this week. Oh, have you, sweetheart? Oh, should I do blue? No, I think I'll do white. Have you? I bet it looks stunning, Jill. Have you got something in mind for it? I haven't done much this week as I was supposed to have my surgery. It got cancelled. But today I coffee dyed some papers that I'm working up, making a journal. You're making a journal. Oh wow, Mrs. Ryan. Have you guys got anything in mind? I've been making Cheryl's journal. I can't show you that, but what else have I been making? Oh, I've been doing my swap, my monthly swap. Oh, I've also been doing making up the Christmas swap. So this week, I can get to show others exactly what Christmas swap's all about. Hopefully, your eye surgery. I was just thinking then. I didn't mean to be rude. Hopefully, Mrs. Ryan, you'll have an appointment soon for your eye surgery. Get in though, when you have an appointment like that and they go and cancel it. I'm gonna make this into a banner again. I'm gonna pop it. I'm gonna pop that there. And I've got, have you got a date, I wonder, for your eye surgery too? I know you've been brave. Oh, it's the same paper flat. What are you on about? I had some news today, but I don't know whether I'm ready to share it just yet. I will share it soon. I promise I will share it soon. Because I really want to take you all on a journey with me. But I'm not sure whether I want to share it just yet. Oh, took me off guard today actually. Because, yeah, took me off guard today. I'll pop the number there. And then I've got this piece now. I'm thinking, I'm liking the corner end of that. So I'm going to fold that over so it becomes there. And then I'm able to write on it. I think that's what I was missing. So I'm going to stick all this down. Blue one first. So my feeling is the gel pens, I like them, but they didn't like me when I was trying to do something quite soft. And my other feeling is the brush pens. I like them. I do like them. So I've got all my space to add something here. I had even I've been watching the news today and it looks like we might have another lockdown. It's supposed to be. Depends if we get locked down again and the hospital's overwhelmed. Oh, bless. If they can't, I wonder whether they're cancelling everybody's appointments and hospital appointments. I mean, I had an appointment today, but it would normally be face to face, but they've done it over the phone, and that's how they're picking up all the appointments now. So it's making me wonder whether we are in for a second wave. It makes me wonder. I hope we're not, but who knows? Who knows? I'm going to pop that just there. I like the idea of having it there. And it's actually working well with my other pages I've got going on. I made a Christmas card for week 14 play and make it Christmas card for Week 14, play and make YouTube challenge from the Crafty Shed Davis. Oh wow, she got a challenge going on, has she, Lorna? Wow. Now, I want to add that there so I'm able to write on that side. Now, because I've got a lot going on here, I don't want to take away from what I've got going on. So I'm just going to pop that there. I just want to make it sort of a scoreline fold. So I'm able to flick. And it's going to be like little different layers, or I could pop it on. No, that was probably up there. I think I'm going to use it so it's there. I think. Oh, I don't know. Wait a minute. What about inside here? Mine. I'm not going to use all of it. That's just bugging me. Oh. I'm going to pop that just there so I'm able to flick. So I've got all this space to write on. I've got all this space to write on. January, what's going on in January. And then my goals and stuff. And I'm going to pop that. That should have been a pocket, like I say. I'm going to pop that there. And then I'm going to... I'm just trying to think. What when to use? What might go to collection of washi tapes? Oh, what one should I use? Oh, I got this one. Ooh, this one. I'm going to use this one. This one got given to me by the lovely Mrs. G. I'm going to use this one. Oh, I see what's going on. Ooh, there you go. So I'm going to pop that there. I'm going to cut this off. And I'm going to stick that completely down. So I'm able to write on it, that end. And because sometimes the washi tape does not do as it's told, and the fact I'm loving this washi tape, I'll pop some this end. So I've got that page, like I say, I've got to make notes on this page part, I've got this page, and I've got them 2 pages. And I think that's what I'm going to do. Right. Second way for sure, I think definitely. I still only have phone appointments at the hospital. Me too, Glenda. I think I've had 2, 3 now. Yes, 3 random items. Picked 3 colours every Saturday. Week 14 was to use buttons, embossing photos and stamping using green, white and orange. Oh, I see. And you got Christmas from that. That's a good, clever idea to do. Oh, wow. And is it like an entry thing then, I take it? Is it something that you enter in? I'm wondering whether she enters in. Right, I think I'm gonna just looking through these. I'm just looking through. I don't know whether I want to use that one or this one. Let me see if I. No. I wanted. There's a little stamping image there. and I'm thinking of using it just on the side. That'd be nice. Yeah, do you know what? I think I'm going to leave that as a pocket. I kind of like the idea of one little pocket. Right, I'm going to stick this down. That's going to be the last thing I stick down before I change my mind again. But I think, yeah, definitely, I think definitely a second wave is definitely coming. It's a shame, really, because we've just come out of lockdown, and it's a shame that we've got to go back through all that again. And it's sad that not everybody decides to wear masks to protect, because at the end of the day, the masks aren't for us, they're to protect everyone else. So it's kind of sad in a way. But yeah, I would have said about a month ago, I would have thought that they would have had sort of some kind of vaccine or some sort of thing to prevent a second wave coming on. But it's just, I don't know, I just don't see that as of yet. I'm hoping that it'll be soon, but I don't see it as of yet. So yeah, that's just my opinion. But I hope you all keep well and safe, whether we go through a second wave or not. I know everybody was sort of under lockdown, and we were all here. Some parts of Wales are under lockdown again. You can't go back and forth the town. I went to get dog food from a certain place yesterday, and my uncle phoned me and said, "Don't bother going. Nobody's allowed in the village. Needed medical reasons sort of to go back and forth." And I was like, "Oh, right, okay, then I won't bother." So it's sad in a way that we've got to do it, but at the end of the day, I suppose it's about keeping us all safe. And I know which one I would rather be safe for sure. But I'm hoping and praying that they haven't given up on a vaccine, that it is coming around the corner. So I am going to stamp this image. I'm going to read some comments. I know I've probably missed some. I have been a bit quiet tonight. I can feel myself being quiet. So I apologize in advance if I have been. I just, like I say, I've got some news, but you'll have to wait and see what that is. I'll have to wait and see what that is. It took me by surprise today. And yeah, I really want to tell you, but there's a time and a place for everything. So I will tell you very soon, I promise. Because it blew me away. So like I say, please keep safe, everybody. No matter whether we're under lockdown or not, even if you haven't got a mask, try and either make one or buy one. It just keeps everybody safe, and if we're all doing our part, then we're all doing our part. It protects us all. If we're all doing something to protect everyone, then that's all you could really ask for. And I just want to say thank you all for those that are wearing masks, because like I say, you're not keeping you safe, you're keeping me and everyone else safe. So thank you so much. I know I've been a bit quiet tonight. Hopefully I will be back to normal self in the next few videos and next week's live. I hope you really enjoyed that little live. Like I say, this isn't my idea. I wish I could take credit for it, but it's not. It is something they do in a bullet journal, and it's something that I've sort of had my eye on doing bulletin journal because of the way it's done. I just love the wreath idea, and like I say, and Rhiannon did say it earlier, if you used a Christmas wreath and you did it for Christmas in a journal, it would immediately pop again. But have a play around and see what you come up with. You've been creating in your own headspace. I definitely have been doing that. Can't wait to hear your news. It sounds exciting. It definitely is. It's nothing to do with crafting. It's just, yeah. I might post a little post on Facebook the next few days. But I've just got to take it in myself. But yeah, I'm really excited to share it with you. It's the least we can do is keep each other safe, is exactly it. And I'm going to leave it on that note because I couldn't have said it any better myself. So thank you everybody for wearing your masks. I appreciate it, and I know that those of us that are wearing the mask appreciate it too. And if we can keep each other safe, then perhaps they can fix a vaccine rather than talking about a second wave coming up. Who knows? But yeah, keep safe. I will say good night, God bless, and thank you all for tuning in. It was a lovely live tonight, and I will speak to you all either on my next video or next week's live. Take care, everybody, and I'll speak to you all then. Bye for now.